Ooh, and alright guys, welcome back to another NCT 127 review. And finally we are on to the, I believe, the last album, other than the repackaged ones, which will cover all the repackaged songs separately by themselves. The final one is NCT 127's first album, Regular-Irregular. It has 11 tracks, and I'm hoping, considering how kind of poor my feelings were on the second album, this is going to be an improvement. I'm hoping we get something similar to Sticker, basically. I want Sticker or We Are Superhuman levels of quality. That's what I want from this. Not sure if I'm going to get that, but hope you know. There's always hope. There's always hope that it will be it will be that good. So let's first start off with City 127. So that was City 127. It was fine. It was a fine track. Nothing bad per se. It was just fine. Fine track. I'm not sure if it was the best selling track really to kind of start off the album, but it certainly was. It wasn't bad, which is good. Imagine you start off an album with Mad Dog. Jesus Christ. I think it's a 5. I think it was a solid, completely average track. Nothing wrong with that. Next up is Regular Korean version, which Korean version. I'm sure I listened to Regular on another album. Like fuck, I can remember which version I listened to. Oh, Regular English. I listened to the English version. Okay, which is also on this album for some reason. So we got the Korean version next. Hopefully this is better than the English one. I don't think I gave Regular the best score. It's on Awaken, so it's probably a 5. Hopefully it'll be better than the Korean version. That was Regular Korean version, which was felt exactly the same as the English version. To be honest, if I remember with the English version, I gave it a 5. Let me just double check that. I'm sure I gave it a 5. Where's my Awaken review list? Regular. Oh, I gave it a 4. I gave the English a 4. Well, interesting, because I don't think that version was a 4. I probably would give that a 5. I think that was pretty better than the English one. Not by much though. Not by much. I think that's pretty close to a 4. I didn't really enjoy those songs. Next up is Replay. Brackets PM 0127, which I feel like I recognize this name. Maybe I'm just imagining it because they seem to put 127 in a few of their titles on every album. I don't know. But this is Replay. That was Replay, which yeah, was good. That was a good song. I think that was definitely better than the previous two. I don't think it's creeping up towards the 8 level or anything, but I thought it was a solid song. I think that was a 6. I think the clubby dance kind of feel to it is really nice. It's kind of different to what we've had so far. Yeah, solid addition to the album so far. Been pretty much like average to above average so far. Hopefully we don't get anything bad this album. Be nice to have just a good album, but I think maybe I'm asking too much in some ways for that. The next up on the album is Knock On. This has only got 9 million plays. This album in particular as well, this album's got much fewer plays than the other ones from the look of things. I mean, the song My Van has 4.7 million, which is really low. The only song on here that cracks 30 mil, well, there's two, sorry. There's two, I just read one wrong, is No Longer's on 35, and Regular English on 81 million. But most songs on average, you're looking at about 10 million views, really, here. It's not that many. But Knock On's got 9 mil, so not that many, but who knows, maybe it'll be, a good song. That was Knock On. Yep, back to back to usual average average music there. That's unfortunate. I thought we might be go on the way up after replay, but never mind. Just kind of boring, slow. Like they usually, whenever they do like a boring song, it's usually it's because it's quite slow. Yes, unfortunate. So next song is No Longer, which is the second most popular song from this album. So hopefully we got something good here. And that was No Longer, which was 5 minutes, by the way, which is, I feel like, the longest song of this I've listened to. Just awful. Like, just so long. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Boring. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong. Hold on, people just responded to my... If you're watching this, make sure to join the Discord server, where the K-pop chat routinely is angry at my scoring after I send them the list of rankings. At the moment, they're not very happy that I gave Sit Down a 3 on the second album. Yeah, so far we've had a bit of just kind of boring songs. We've now got a 3-minute interlude as well now, which is weird. Well, that's terrible. Anyway, I'm not going to rank the interlude because it's not really a song. It's just kind of some random shit they put in the middle of the album. But it was something, to say the least. That was, wow. Let's never listen to that ever again. Next up on the album is My Van. My Van. Which I think is the least played song on their album as well. So hopefully, maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. Who can tell from that play count? Wow. Well, that was terrible. Next one started. Jesus Christ. Stop making bad songs. That was awful. That was an awful sound in the background there. That's the weird radar noise. Just the singing was average. Just there's nothing like really that like outstanding about the song, and the backing track was awful. That's a 3 out of 10. That was shocking. Genuinely shocking. Next is Come Back. I'm getting a little bit concerned. We haven't got a review regular English version again because we've already done that in a different album, Awaken. So we haven't got to do that one again. I can't remember if I did run back to you, so I'll listen to them again. But we have 0 songs above a 6, which is the first time that's happened so far. Oh God, that is awful. So hopefully Comeback is the comeback we need. That was Comeback, which was an improvement. It was decent. Um, Now, not to say it was a good song. Once again, it's not like, oh, that was a really good song. It was, oh, that was decent. Like they came back from, quite literally came back from my van. I think it's a 6. I think it's the joint highest so far in the album, but that's not saying much. I did also check. Run Back to You is a new song. I can review it. I was thinking of Running to You, which is, I guess, a different song. It's got a slightly different name, so I'm assuming it's a different song. But it's quite funny. They have a song called Running to You and Run Back to You. So next song is Fly Away With Me. And hopefully, second to last song here is going to be a contender for at least a 7. And that was Fly Away With Me, which is like what? Well, it was fine. It was fine. Like, it was just an average slow song. Like a lot of songs on this album, in fact, a lot of them are kind of the similar vibe. There's nothing that kind of stands out at all, other than My Van, which stood out in a bad way. It's a 5, another 5, and it's unfortunate that we got another slow song. Last one is Run Back to You, and I'm begging, I am begging that this bonus track is going to save the album. I'm begging. Holy shit. And that was Run Back to You. That was awful. That was another awful experience. That was just, Jesus Christ. Do I like it less than My Van or more? I feel like that was better than My Van, but not by much. I reckon that's a 4 out of 10. No, it's 3. Actually, fuck it, it's a 3 now. That fucking annoying noise they had in the background was horrific. That ruined the song, basically. It probably would have been a 4 or 5. Probably a 5 without that noise. That noise genuinely ruins the song. Horrific. And that's the entire album. That's the Regular-Irregular album, their first full album, I believe. And wow, just horrific. I mean, so disappointing. The only thing I can say is that this is in the past. This is early NCT, and they very clearly got better from this point. With the Sticker album and Two Baddies, I feel like they definitely improved in a lot of areas. They've left this kind of era behind, and that's a good thing, because this album is up there with their second album, Neozone, as their worst, to be quite honest. Which is unfortunate. But thanks for watching, guys. All we've got left is the repackaged versions. We've got to go through each of the additional songs they added to each repackaged album, and then the singles and EPs, which is then clears out the entire artist. We've done all of NCT 127. So whenever they drop a new album or single, we can then review them then. But until then, thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you next time. Bye.